Hello everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button for more insightful content. Today, we're exploring how ancient Buddhist wisdom can help us navigate life's challenges with grace. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by changes or stress? Let's dive into how these 6 Buddhist principles can be your guide to a calmer life. Let's get going. Our first principle is impermanence, or Anicca. Everything changes, nothing lasts forever. Think about the last time you had to let go of something. Was it easy or hard? Share your experience in the comments below as we discuss how embracing change can actually ease our struggles. Let's dive into our first principle, impermanence, or Anicca in Buddhist teachings. This principle helps us understand that nothing in life is permanent, everything is in constant flux, continuously changing. Just look around, seasons change, our thoughts come and go, and even the most solid things transform over time. Thinking about impermanence can be both liberating and challenging. It reminds us that our joys, our struggles, and even our deepest sorrows are temporary. Have you ever noticed how understanding that a difficult time won't last forever can give you the strength to persevere? On the flip side, realizing that happy moments are fleeting might inspire us to cherish them more deeply. I remember when I had to move cities for a new job opportunity. It was tough leaving behind friends and familiar places. At first, it felt like a loss I couldn't handle. But embracing the idea of impermanence helped me see this change as a passage to new experiences rather than a permanent loss. How about you? Think about a time when you had to let go of something important. Maybe it was a person, a place, or even a belief. Was it easy or difficult? How did you feel before and after letting go? I'd love for you to share your experiences in the comments below. Tell us about something you had to let go of, and what that process taught you. Did embracing impermanence help? Did it change your perspective on other aspects of your life? Understanding and accepting impermanence can be a profound tool for growth. It teaches us resilience, helps us appreciate the present, and prepares us for future changes. Each story you share will help all of us learn more about handling life's inevitable changes. So, please, take a moment to reflect and type your story in the comments. I'll be reading through them and might even share a few in our next session to discuss how these real-life applications of Anicca can inspire and support others. Thank you for sharing part of your journey with us today. Embracing change isn't just about accepting it, it's about growing through it. Stay tuned as we explore our next Buddhist principle, which might just change the way you think about your attachments. Thank you for those insightful shares and reflections on impermanence. It's clear that embracing change is a powerful step toward personal growth and emotional freedom. Moving on, let's explore our second principle, non-attachment. This principle teaches us not to cling too tightly to people, possessions, or outcomes. It encourages us to live freely and fully without being burdened by our attachments. Non-attachment doesn't mean we don't care, rather, it means we don't let our happiness depend solely on external factors. It's about finding balance. Imagine you're holding sand in your hand. If you squeeze too tightly, the sand slips through your fingers. But if you hold it loosely, it stays. This is how we can approach things we care about, gently, with open hands. Let me tell you a story about a friend of mine. She was very attached to her job and identified strongly with her career. When she lost her job unexpectedly, it was devastating for her. But over time, she realized that her worth wasn't tied to her job title or her professional achievements. She learned to find joy in other aspects of her life, which made her more resilient when faced with future challenges. Now, think about something you hold on to tightly. It could be a relationship, a job, or even a personal belief. How does it make you feel to imagine letting go just a little? Share your thoughts and feelings in the comments. What are you afraid might happen if you loosen your grip? I invite you all to conduct a small experiment this week. Choose one thing you're attached to and try to slightly reduce your grip on it. Observe how this changes your interactions with that person, object, or idea. Does it change how you feel? Does it bring any new insights? Please, write down your observations and share them with us next time. I believe your experiences can inspire and help others. As we continue to explore these principles, remember that each step you take is part of a larger journey towards inner peace and freedom. Thank you for being here, for sharing, and for growing together. Up next, we'll delve into compassion, another transformative principle that not only benefits others but enriches our own lives. We've talked about impermanence and non-attachment, and how they can help us navigate life with less resistance and more freedom. Now, let's dive into our third principle, compassion, or Karuna. This is not just about feeling for others, it's about active empathy and kindness that moves us to relieve the suffering of others. Compassion is a powerful force. It bridges gaps between people, soothes pain, and builds stronger communities. And the beauty of compassion is that it benefits both the giver and the receiver. It's like a boomerang, the care you give often comes back to you. I'll share a story that always inspires me. There's a well-known tale about a Buddhist monk who, upon finding a scorpion drowning in a pond, decided to save it. Each time he reached out, the scorpion stung him. A passerby saw this and asked, "Why do you keep trying to save the scorpion when it continues to sting you?" The monk replied, "Because it is the scorpion's nature to sting, but it is my nature to save." Think about the last time you helped someone. How did it make you feel? Did you notice any changes in your mood or perspective afterward? I encourage you to share your stories of compassion in the comments below. It's these personal stories that truly show how caring for others makes a profound impact. Acting with compassion can be as simple as offering a kind word, lending a listening ear, or helping a neighbor. It doesn't have to be grand. Every small act contributes to a greater sense of community and mutual support. This week, I challenge you to perform at least one act of kindness each day. It could be something as simple as giving a compliment, holding the door open for someone, or sending a thoughtful message to a friend. Keep track of how this practice affects your life and share your experiences with us. Who knows? Your story might just inspire someone else to spread kindness in their own way. Thank you for joining me today as we explored the power of compassion. Stay tuned for our next principle, equanimity, which will help us find balance in the face of life's highs and lows. Remember, it's through these principles that we find ways to enrich our lives and the lives of others. See you next time, and don't forget to spread a little kindness wherever you go today. After exploring compassion, our next principle is equanimity, or Upekkha. This is about finding mental calmness and composure, even in challenging situations. Equanimity allows us to remain balanced, no matter what life throws our way. Equanimity is not about suppressing emotions or being indifferent. It's about experiencing life fully, without being overly swayed by pleasure or pain. Imagine being in the eye of a storm but remaining calm and centered. That's equanimity. There's a saying in Buddhist teachings that compares equanimity to a mountain. Storms may rage around it, but the mountain stands strong, unshaken by the wind or rain. We can cultivate this same strength in our everyday lives. Whether you're dealing with a stressful job, family conflicts, or personal setbacks, equanimity can be your anchor. Think about a time when you felt overwhelmed by your emotions. How did it affect your decisions? Now, imagine handling the same situation with a calm and balanced mind. How might the outcome have been different? I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences, so please, share them in the comments below. Practicing equanimity doesn't mean you won't feel stress or discomfort. It means you recognize these feelings without letting them control you. This awareness gives you the power to choose your response, rather than reacting impulsively. To help build your equanimity, I encourage you to try a simple mindfulness exercise. Each day, spend a few minutes in quiet reflection. Notice your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Observe them as they are, like clouds passing in the sky. This practice can help you develop a steadier, more peaceful state of mind. Remember, like any skill, equanimity takes practice. The more you work on it, the stronger your mental balance will become. And if you're interested in deepening your understanding, check out our next video where we'll explore mindfulness, another key principle that complements and enhances equanimity. As we continue our journey through Buddhist principles, we arrive at mindfulness, or Sati. This principle is essential for cultivating awareness and presence in every moment of our lives. Mindfulness teaches us to fully engage with our current experience, without distraction or judgment. Mindfulness is about more than just meditation, it's about being present in the now, whether you're eating, walking, talking, or even working. It's the art of observing your thoughts, feelings, and sensations as they occur, allowing you to gain a deeper understanding of your true self and the world around you. Studies have shown that practicing mindfulness can reduce stress, improve focus, and contribute to better overall health. Personally, I've found that starting my day with just 5 minutes of mindfulness meditation makes me more patient and less reactive throughout the day. Let's try a quick mindfulness exercise right now. Wherever you are, take a deep breath and focus on the sensations of breathing. Feel the air moving through your nostrils, your chest rising and falling. Notice any smells, sounds, or the temperature of the air. This simple act of awareness brings you back to the present moment. How do you feel? Please share your experience in the comments below. Practicing mindfulness can be incredibly simple. You can do it while doing everyday tasks like brushing your teeth or waiting in line. The key is to be fully present with whatever you're doing, without letting your mind wander to the past or the future. I challenge you to incorporate mindfulness into one routine activity tomorrow. Whether it's drinking your morning coffee or commuting to work, try to be fully present. Observe all aspects of the experience, and see how it affects your mood and your day. Share your chosen activity and reflections with us in the comments. Remember, mindfulness is a practice. The more you do it, the easier it becomes, and the more profound the benefits. If you're interested in deepening your mindfulness practice, consider exploring our resources linked below or join a mindfulness course. We've explored several powerful Buddhist principles so far, each offering unique insights into living a more balanced and mindful life. Our final principle for this series is understanding the nature of suffering, or dukkha. This principle is fundamental in Buddhism and focuses on acknowledging that suffering is a part of life, but crucially, it also teaches us that we have the power to overcome it. Dukkha is often translated as suffering, but it can also mean dissatisfaction, discomfort, or the inevitability of incompleteness. Recognizing that suffering arises from our desires, aversions, and delusions opens the door to freedom from these pains. By understanding the roots of our suffering, we can start to untangle and address them. Let me share a personal insight. There was a time when I felt constantly dissatisfied, always wanting more, whether it was success, material things, or approval from others. It wasn't until I confronted these desires and questioned their hold over me that I began to find true contentment. This didn't eliminate challenges from my life, but it changed how I responded to them. Think about what causes you the most distress or dissatisfaction in your life. Is it tied to something you desperately want or something you're afraid to lose? How might your life change if you could reduce this attachment? Understanding dukkha isn't just about recognizing suffering, it's about actively transforming our relationship with it. This transformation occurs through practices like those we've discussed: mindfulness, compassion, and equanimity. I encourage you to spend some time this week reflecting on what makes you suffer and consider what changes you could make to alleviate that suffering. It might involve changing your habits, reevaluating your goals, or simply applying more mindfulness and compassion in your daily interactions. Share your insights and commitments in the comments below. Your journey could be a beacon for someone else. As we conclude our series on Buddhist principles, remember that each step you take is part of your path toward greater peace and understanding. These principles aren't just concepts to learn, they are tools to live by. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Stay tuned for more explorations into how we can enrich our lives with wisdom and kindness. As we wrap up our series on the fundamental Buddhist principles, let's take a moment to reflect on how these teachings can be woven together to create a resilient and mindful approach to life. Each principle isn't just a standalone idea, rather, they interconnect, supporting and enhancing one another to form a comprehensive path towards inner peace and understanding. Imagine these principles as threads in a tapestry. Impermanence reminds us that change is a constant, preparing us to embrace the new without fear. Non-attachment frees us from the binds of our desires, allowing us to enjoy life's pleasures without becoming enslaved by them. Compassion opens our hearts, enriching our relationships and connecting us deeply with others. Equanimity offers us the steadiness we need to face life's ups and downs with grace. Mindfulness anchors us in the present, enriching our experiences and making us more aware of life's beauty and transient moments. And finally, understanding suffering empowers us to dismantle the causes of our distress, leading us toward true liberation. Now, I invite you to reflect on how these principles have resonated with you throughout this series. Which one spoke to you the most? How have you started to integrate these teachings into your daily life? Please share your stories in the comments below. Your experiences are not only valuable to you but can also inspire and encourage our community. Remember, the journey to incorporating these principles into your life is ongoing and ever-evolving. Each day offers a new opportunity to practice, learn, and grow. If you've missed any of our previous discussions or want to revisit them, make sure to check out our playlist where all these videos are available. Thank you so much for joining me in exploring these transformative Buddhist principles. It's been a profound journey for me, and I hope it has been for you as well. Until next time, keep practicing, stay curious, and remember, each moment is a new beginning. Farewell for now, and may peace be with you always.